Hi, in this video, I'll show you how you can set up your email account in using Gmail's client. I wouldn't recommend this method for three reasons. One is that Gmail might scan your email, every single one of your email for advertising purpose. So if you have confidential info or maybe your company doesn't like it, then it's not a good idea to use a free Gmail account and then access to our email. So it will be much more straightforward if you can use Thunderbird or Microsoft Outlook to access our server. It will still work, just that sometimes company I'm not so sure how the Gmail process the data and also do not know how the Gmail back up the data. Then the company are not so happy with this way, and also it will be a lot harder for you to set up your Gmail client in your mobile phone, because once you are using Gmail, it is using an outdated method called POP3. So if you have multiple devices, it won't work very well, especially when you read it in your mobile phones. In your in another device, it might not mark as a read because of the POP3 thing. And then it's also harder for us to troubleshoot when there's a problem. When you ask for our help, we might not be able to help because we don't have access to Gmail server. And also that you're going through another third-party platform, so it's quite hard for us to provide a very good help when you need it. So our recommendation is still using Thunderbird, or worst case is using Microsoft Outlook. The latest version shouldn't give you much trouble. That way it's much more straightforward, where the connection is from your computer to our server directly without going through Gmail server. Yeah, so I'll show you the method right now. First thing is that you must have access to your webmail. Now, what you can do is to go to webmail.yourcompany.domain. For us, it's webhero.com.my. Now, if you see this, it marked as not secure, not to worry about it, because it's mainly a warning saying that it's not an encrypted connections. If if you are using your company's internet or using your own computer, that should be fine, because you only need to do this once. Okay, so what I'll do is I already set up test email account. So I'll just type in my email address, test@webhero.com.my, to correct, and then my password is this one. So I'll just paste this in. This will allow me to log into my the server and then access the email. So I'll click Heart. Now you can use any of the email clients stated here, but Squirrel Mail is already outdated, so try not to use it. It's super old interface. The last update was like 8 to 10 years ago. So I usually recommend to use Heart, and then you can see your email, everything over here. Now this is one of the methods to access your email, but when you're using Gmail, this won't be good. I'll show you why later. Now usually you will receive a login details just like this one with your email password over here. Then I will tell you what is the IMAP port and what is your POP3 port. You'll need this info. Keep this tab opened for handy. Okay, so what you will need to do is to log into your Gmail, go to Setting, and then go to Account and Import. You need to do two things. One is you need to ask the Gmail to fetch email from our server, and also send email as the server. So you will need to come here and click Add Mail Account, and then type in your email address. Now, make sure the email, the capital, everything is okay. Click Next, and then there's two options. One is Gmailify. Of course, obviously, it's not available. Another method is POP3, which is not recommended to use. The latest in the protocol is IMAP. Yeah, but since you want to use Gmail as the email client, then this will be the method. Click Next. Now, username, I need you to type in full email address to avoid any problem. Okay, for password, I just need to paste this is the password that I copied just now. Yeah, make sure there's no space in front of it. Make sure there's no space behind it. Now, another thing, you want to make sure that encryption from our server to Gmail server is encrypted, is safe that way. So what you need to make sure is that the port number is exactly like what I show you. So you can see the port number is 995. 110 will work as well, but the combination of the setting is quite different, and this is what I recommend. SSL using the encrypted connection. You should have the SSL certificates as well, because all our clients have this. If you're not using our server, you'll need to talk to your hosting provider. It might cost you another 200 ringgit per year just to using the SSL for the encryption connection. So make sure you're choosing 995 and also SSL connection. So you come to here, port, select 995, tick, always use a secure connection, and also label incoming message as this one. So you know that people are actually sending to this email. Now, another thing you need to be careful is about this POP server. Make sure it's mail.yourcompany's domain, or exactly like how I'm showing you here, incoming. Incoming server, it can be quite different. For your company, it can be quite different for mine. Yeah, so I'll send you one of these for configurations. Make sure it's exactly like this. Okay, this is good, it's automatically detected. Now, another thing that you should be careful is that leave a copy of retrieve message on server. Now, what this does is it will fetch email from our server and then tell our server to delete the message. So basically, you only have one copy with Gmail. If there's two scenarios here. If you take this, our server will make another copy of your email every day. We will help you to back up your email every day if you leave it on our server. So in case there's anything goes wrong, there's still another copy in our server. But if you don't take this one, good thing is that you don't have to log into webmail to delete your email from time to time, because when you have a lot of emails, our server is only assigned a limited storage for you. Then you need to come in and delete it. Yeah, so it's good and pro and cons there. So I'll recommend you to leave a copy of the retrieve message. Then you just have to log into this webmail, delete your email from time to time to free up some space. Okay. Now, after I tick all three, I click add account. Then it will start to fetch email from there. Then it will ask you, do you want to also send email as this thing? Yes, because you don't want people send to one email and then you reply with Gmail, right? It defeats the purpose why you have a corporate email account. Then you click next. And then now this name is the name that people will see when they receive your email. Usually what I'll do is I'll put my name and then I'll bracket my company name, Web Hero. The reason I'm doing this is because people are getting tons of email every day. So when they see a company that they deal with or associate, they know who is that, they're more likely to open your email. And also help people identify who you are, because you can be John, you can be Mark. There are a lot of John and Mark out there. Yeah, and also you must make sure you tick this treat as an alias, and then click next step. It will ask you to fill in the SMTP server, and then be careful. Double check again if this is the same. SMTP means the outgoing server. So you need to make sure the setting is exactly like this. It will be mail.webhero, port number 465. You need to make sure it's 465, and also you're using a secure connections here. Now, username, you need to type in your full email address again. And then password, oops, not this one. I'll need a copy again, and then come to this. Click password, add account. Now that way, it will send email using our server. Now the reason why previously we asked you to log into your webmail is that Gmail will actually send an email to over here, and then ask you to verify with a confirmation code. So it might take a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, you can see a Gmail here. Send mail as this one, and then it asks you to click the link, or you can use the code. So I'll use the code for easy to make it easy. Copy, paste the code here, verify. Now it will show error, server is temporary and unavailable. It will take some time to fetch the email. You will need to wait for another minute for this thing to work. Now if you come back to your setting, you will be able to see the send mail as you can see is from this your company email, and then reply, you make sure you check this one. Default, it will pick at this one. You need to change to this one, and then the pop, if it's an error, then it will show in red color, but it will be okay. You can click check mail now. You can view the history, view the log. It said 1 mail fetch, then it's working fine. Now, if you go back to your inbox, you should be able to see that email come in. But when you go back to our server, the email is gone. Oh, no, I mean, if you didn't tick the leave a copy of the message in our server. So this is how you can set up your Gmail client, fetch mail from our server.